Hello and welcome to number 3 of my top 12 games of 2017, and this time it's even a game that came from 2017. And it's also the reason why Dimensions 4 is not on this list, because I did not want to talk about Dimensions 2 times. It would basically be the same, but that Dimension 5 is way more polished than Dimensions 4 and has a bit more content. And there we have it. The reason why this game is on my list is that the content is way over the top. It's not that graphically refined like other games, and is way simpler on the first look, but it has a lot of in-game depth, which I won't really be able to show off in a up to 20 minutes long video, so I will only graze about it. The first thing is you have some maps you can choose to play, whatsoever. I'm not going to continue this. Then you have an age to choose, and what this basically does is not a starting age or something like of Age of Empires or Rise of Nations or whatever game has a mechanic like this. It's more like in which kind of era you want to play. The whole thing is based upon real myths of the real world and ancient civilizations. For example, if we go into the early age, we have I just going to warn you, there are a lot of nations in this game, and these are the nations for the early game. We have, for example, Ascropel, which are basically ancient Greeks with Pegasus riders, and what else? They have units which have Icarian, basically manufactured wings, which allow them to fly. They have battle chariots. They have hoplites and stuff like this, as well as priestesses which can heal and stuff like that. And then we have Emor, which is basically the ancient Rome, and a whole lot of other factions from all over the world. And I'm not going to try to get deep into it, and let's take a look what would be the factions if we take Middle Age. Ooh, that's a new whole set of factions. There are some factions which basically reappear through the ages, since they kinda change what they are, and some even change their name with it. Some others basically keep their name, like Ascropel, Fail, whatsoever, or Ermor, can't talk anymore. And also there are some new nations. For example, if a nation splits up, like Armor does, it splits up in Armor, Scaleria, and Pythium. And things like that happen through all the ages. All over, I think there are like 88 different factions or something. I'm not sure about this. I did count once in Dimensions 4, but then they added a few factions. And for Dimensions 5 they added also some additional factions. If you were interested in the game just because of the whole stuff that's behind it, and every nation has a big block of lore written in their unit details and their faction descriptions, well, you will have your fun with when you like taking your time for a game. But I have to warn you, this is a turn-based game, and the turns can take quite long, even especially for bigger games. I had a game with a friend that one turn took about 1 hour to complete, since we had to set up a lot of things, and the magic in this game is quite deep. We can have a look. One moment, please. Here we have a little faction description. That's only a little one in comparison. And here we see which units they can recruit, divided in commanders and basic land units, which starting sites they have, and for commanders there and basic units they also have units which can only be recruited in water or in the capital or in special other locations. It's kinda really all over the place. And then you also have well, quite a lot of different spells. The blue ones are national spells, which are unique to this nation. Well, some other nations may have it, but not all nations have it. While the white spells are spells that everyone has. Yeah, and as you can see, there are a lot, somewhat over 1,000, around 2,000 spells, and they do all different things. Yeah. So if it piqued your interest and you're not that much about graphical appeal, then Dominions 5 might be something for you, but I recommend you inform yourself over the game first and inform yourself a lot. You can actually read the how's it called? Oh, damn it. Every fucking episode I forget a word. The thing where you can read up how the game works on their main site, Illwinter Game Designs. They are quite good at these games, and if you're into these kind of games, you will have a lot of fun with Dominions 5, especially if you play in multiplayer. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, and bye!